Okay, Madam Christiana. Hello, Mrs. Christiana.
The bad network we have today.
Don't worry. There's somebody sent a message for having many questions, but I think let me check the. Uh, I did not the. Uh, okay. Okay. Chikelu. Ade Chikelu has many questions. Chikelu, are you there? Dr. David, are you there? Chikelu, you said you have questions. Can you please go ahead? Hello, Chikelu. Ken Chikelu.
Yes, please. Good evening, sir. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Chikelu. Please go ahead. Hello, Chikelu. Go ahead. Okay. Okay. Dr. David, are you around? I know one HMD Global raise his hand or her hand up. Okay, so let me contribute with regards to, I think most people are still not back. I actually said the 10 minutes and I discover I can be converting at the same time continue the session. Dr. David, are you online, please, so that you make your contribution? Okay, I think let me speak for the North Central region with regards to the core challenges uh, affecting the North Central industrialization of this area. We all know that yes, insecurity has become one of the major challenges bedeviling all aspects of the Nigerian society as of today. So no region is immune from this. There have been serious issue of herders farmers conflict in the North Central, and that has really affected the agricultural prospect of that of this region, because North Central is mainly involved into agricultural value chain, mostly in the cultivation and selling of this farm produce, and there have been serious herders farmers conflict that has displaced so many people in the North Central and hampered agricultural activities. That is number one. Then number two is infrastructural deficit. When you talk about stable light, you cannot power development. You cannot power industrialization with a generator. It's not done anyway. You understand? Even when people talk about renewable energy, solar, green energy, blah, 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 stuff, it doesn't power industrialization. That's why you see even developed countries that are telling you about renewable energies, the moment there's a blockade between the Strait of Hormuz, the whole economy stands still because heavy machines, heavy industry, and whatsoever is powered by gas, petrol, coal, nuclear, and the rest, not renewable energy. Renewable energy is just for, or electric energy or whatsoever is just for light automobile and other small things, but not for industrialization. Up to date, the industrial base of any economy depends solely on petroleum product. So lack of energy has become a serious challenge to industrialization, and not just only in North Central, but all over all regions in Nigeria, and insecurity. These two are the core challenges. Then also, we have a human capital problem. Now, why am I talking about human capital problem? Is because this human capital problem is cut across both the masses and those in the leadership position. You understand? The masses and those in the leadership position, because if you see, they say education is a positive input. Proper education is supposed to make people behave properly and do what is right. When you see people not doing what is right, then their human capital development has a problem, because corruption at the point is more of is somehow close to mental illness, so much close to mental illness, because if you are mentally sound and okay and you have a proper education, then it will be very, very difficult for you to involve yourself in corruption or not implementing policies that should be implemented in a way that it should be implemented. So we need to really change our attitude as those people in position of leadership and those people in the key industry and as the masses to do what is right and stand for what is right. I think if we're able to do this, then we can really go far with our industrialization pursuit, because it is because of this human factor problem. That is why we have insecurity. It is because of the corruption of those in position of power for not doing what is right. That is why some people felt cheated, unjustly treated, and felt the only reason for them to do to make it is to take up crime. You understand? And because some people, somebody should unmute his or her mic, and because some people who are qualified and educated find it difficult to get something doing, and couldn't withstand the reality, some of them decided to involve in the easiest way, which is the most destructive way that has completely destroyed any to bring about foreign direct investment to Nigeria. So these are my own contribution. Hello. somebody mic is you understand? So we have to proceed to the remaining questions. Okay, Mrs. Christiana, are you there? You have a question that you were asking about tax.
Yes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, I was asking about the tax system in South region of Nigeria. Like you stated, and our specialists from the region also stated that there is always the temptation to overproduce oil in this region. So, and we know that those stuffs create negative externalities. So, the the tax system that the government introduces, or just some awkward tax system that discourages businesses. Okay, you stick out your head to do business, and then somebody's coming up with heavy tax to pull you back in the building inside your house. Is it how do they do it? Is there a Pigovian tax system that helps? Because if this tax system is introduced, those companies that are flaring gas, doing stuff like that, polluting, they will definitely have to moderate production at least to a socially desired level. So how do they do it? Is it some weird tax system to discourage producers or to put those externalities in check?
Okay, thank you very much, Mrs. Christiana. You see, you talk about because tax is a physical instrument that should be used to regulate production, regulate the market forces and the rest in the economy, to manage the economy. Yes, and to also serve as a cost for degrading the environment. Yes. The problem is, you see, one of our experts here, Dr. Fadila, talk about institutional problem. This is one of the problem we have in Nigeria, institution, frameworks. We can have a good policy on ground, but the implementation is different from what is supposed to achieve. Because the truth of the matter is, let me tell you, somebody should unmute. When you join, you unmute your mic so that you don't obstruct what we are doing. You see, because when you look at what is happening in the South, Dr. Ali Baba, I'm with you. I will give you the space to speak. Let me finish. When you look at the South, what is happening in the South is very, very devastating. And the devastation is not even now, it's in the future. Because the land has been polluted, the water body has been polluted. So agriculture and sea animals, they have all been destroyed. And even the environment, the air they breathe is also contaminated. And the environment is not commensurably developed with regards to the contribution to the national economy, which is highly unacceptable and wrong of our country, to be sincere, because whether we like it or not, as it stands today, the South is the mainstay of the economy, which shouldn't be so, because it's just because we refuse to understand our regional and sectoral comparative advantages, because agriculture is one of the most important uh, uh, this thing, national defense strategy of any sincere society, because you need to cultivate, farm what you eat. It's very, very important. Then two, the solid mineral aspect has not really been fully utilized. In short, has not been utilized for the national purpose when it comes to Nigeria. That place is huge. The potential is massive, but it has not been efficiently utilized. The essence of this, our gathering, is for we to really understand what is happening in every region, so that we don't know one day, maybe any one of you can be in a position of decision making and authority, and you will be able to chart a new course and see how things can be done right. That is what I can say with regards to your question. I hope I was able to answer you to the best of my ability, Mrs. Christiana. Okay, Dr. Ali, please, you can go ahead. Okay, there's one HMD Global. Please, HMD Global, you raise up your hand. Can you go ahead? Or let me unmute you. Uh, I thought you can unmute yourself. HG Global, you can unmute yourself and speak. HMD Global. Okay, please. Dr. Alitu has not responded, so let's proceed to our next question to save time. How would industrialization of these areas solve the problem of unemployment, poverty, and insecurity, and contribute to the national economy? How would industrialization of these areas, okay, go ahead, please. Somebody wanted to speak. I said, how would industrialization of these areas you've identified from your region?
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you, Mr. Joseph.
All right, thank you very much. In addition to what you said earlier concerning the tax system,
okay,
yes, it is not the government tax system, but what? For example, if you go to the southeast, sorry, it's south-south, if you want to start any business of drilling, you have to settle the community. You will settle the community. After settling the community, you will settle the chiefs. Number two, you settle the chiefs. After settling the chiefs, you settle the boys. Possibly it is called thugs. You have to settle the boys. After settling the boys, there are different kinds of groups you have to settle before any business can take place here. And then plus the local government and the state government. So you could see that this very system is very, very unfriendly to businesses. So it doesn't attract investors to come in and establish their business. That was the reason why I mentioned about the bureaucratic system in what? In the tax system. That is another challenge here. Yeah, that is what I wanted to add. Now, so that let me just continue so that I will finish. Now, the question on this. Now, one of these is that is solving the problem of unemployment. When industries are established in this very zone, it's going to solve unemployment. I know that when people, and there is a normal say that an idle man is a devil workshop. When these guys are engaged, employed, none of them will involve in criminal activities, in crime. You know that crime also distorts the economy. So when the youth are adequately engaged, it will give peaceful and enabling environment for investors to come in and settle, creating of employment, and also individual living very good. Now, when you earn your money through your salary, you live well. As the money is coming, you at least you live well, you eat well, you take care of yourself well. It improves what? Living standard. It improves living standard. And eradicating poverty. You know, so many persons are poor in this very region. Although they are rich with mineral resources, but the people are poor. The money is not getting to the people. So many persons there are poor. So when the region is industrialized, so many persons will be lifted out of poverty through what? MSc support and so on and so on. So it will now create personal income to so many persons. Then It also solve when the region is industrialized, when this company, when people come in to establish businesses, it also solve the problem of insecurity in this region. It solve the problem of insecurity when people are engaged. Also, it contributes to the national economy. It contributes to the GDP through tax, company tax. So it also contributes to the national economy. And then the government can now have enough money for budgeting system for the whole economic sector. Then I think, let me just stop there so that other persons can also continue from there. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Joseph, for that wonderful contribution. I can see Dr. Ali Baba, you raise up your hand. You can have the floor. Dr. Ali Baba. Okay, there's somebody that asked a question that Adik and Chikelu. Sorry if I pronounce your name wrongly. He said, if you were advising a young Nigerian today, what industry would you tell them to go into without thinking twice? Secondly, what do you think is the biggest factor preventing Nigeria from becoming an industrialized nation? Is it the government, funding, infrastructures, leaders, or something else entirely? Is there anybody there that wants to respond to these questions? Okay, Abdul Rashid, sorry, I will give you time to speak. Chikelu, advising young Nigeria on what industry they should go to without thinking twice. You have to think twice. You understand? You have to think twice. Just the way Dr. Fadila said that it depends on your regional comparative advantage. Yes. Now, let's forget about region now. It's now about you. You get it? It's about you as a person. Which area do you think you as a person can bring something new? That you bring something new. If it's a service, if it's a product, what other thing new can you bring in any industry that will make you stand out? You see, there's this trend. You see, every ladies want to go into cake business and whatsoever. Everywhere, everybody's making cake. Who will buy from who? And birthday cake and wedding cake. How many people wed? How many times people wed? How many times they celebrate birthday? You check all those things into your factor. Anybody that celebrates birthday maybe once in a year. Anybody that weds, if it's a Christian, is once in a lifetime. If it's a Muslim, it's 4 times in a lifetime. And even that, not every lady will allow you to marry 4 times in a lifetime. You understand? So you check these factors. Then you check what skills do you have as a person? What skills do you have that you can develop and bring something that, even if it's existent, it's not like your own? That is the only way you can stand out. Today now, people talk about going into blogging. Yes, some people blog food, some people blog lifestyle, some people blog immoral activities that I am not in support of. So if you want to blog something, what do you want to blog about? How will you do it to be different from what is available? Because that is where you can stand out. You need to offer the world what is better than what is available. That is very, very important. Okay, somebody want to speak. Sorry, Christiana, I'll give you stage to speak, but we have like about 2 people before you. Abdul Rashid wants to say something. Please, Abdul Rashid, can you unmute and say something brief, please?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
I just have little things to chip in about what you said, and
okay, be
towards
fast.
the question she asks.
Okay, be fast, please.
Okay. On towards your own question that you said a reasonable person due to human capital development and education will make somebody to have a fast thinking or be smart in decision making. But in terms of our country, Nigeria, that the education sector is being targeted by maybe the bandits, Boko Haram, and the rest. So how are we to tackle those people that have high target or students as their targets on that aspect in terms of human capital development? Thank you, sir. And again, I got onto what she said about the question she asked. I think agriculture will be a very good sector to go into presently now in this country, Nigeria, because when you go into other sectors in agriculture, there are lots of money in agriculture presently in Nigeria that people are running away from. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
okay. Chikelu, I believe you heard that. I said you should look at your interests, what you can do differently that will make you stand out. Then somebody suggested agriculture because people need to eat food. Yes, so you put all these things together, study yourself, look at what you want, what you can do differently, better, then do that. With regards to your question, what will government do with regards to the people targeting the human capital, which is the schools and the rest? Yes, the government needs to do a lot, you understand, introduce beef up security and improve the security architecture of the country. But you see, there's one argument I personally have, and is generally accepted even in literature, is that you cannot fight insecurity with just gun and bullet. You don't fight insecurity by just gun and bullet. You need to fight insecurity by creating opportunities for people to gainfully earn their living. Equitable working welfare, you understand, where payment is commensurable to cost of living. Somebody working in Abuja is being paid 84,000 as salary. How will that person cope without being corrupt? So don't create a situation that encourages corruption. Create a situation that discourages corruption by having a good reward system in the country. That is very, very important. Then education is also important. Then creating opportunities for people to get employed. That is very, very important. When you are working, you don't have time. You go to work in the morning, you come back, you go the next day, you come back. There's somebody here. Christina was in Russia. He knows how this thing is happening now. Where do you have time? Today now I'm here because I'm off from work. Tomorrow now, early morning, while you guys are sleeping, I'm on the road. As you are coming back in the night, you eat, you sleep off. As you're waking up, your life is programmed. You don't have time to quarrel with anybody. You don't have time to, you understand? So this is why we are having a problem in Nigeria. Lack of opportunities for people to survive. Thank you. Dr. Ali Baba, please, you can go ahead before Christiana. It's very interesting session. Dr. Ali Baba Osman, please, you can unmute and go ahead. Dr. Ali Baba, go ahead, please. Yeah, network. Dr. Ali Baba, okay. Go ahead, please. We can't hear you, Dr. Ali Baba. We can't hear you. Okay, who is ready so that you can continue while Dr. Ali Baba fix up his situation?
Can I come in? If he's not
Okay.
ready.
Yes, come in, but doctor, please be brief.
Okay. So the question is,
Are you ready?
Go ahead, Dr. Fadila.
Okay, the question is, can you repeat the question again, please?
How would industrialization of this area solve the problem of unemployment, poverty, and insecurity in your region and contribute to the national economy?
Okay, first, creating industries will surely bring about massive job creation. Textile and leather industry alone in Northwest is capable of giving back less than 1,000,000 jobs.
Mahmoud Yusuf, please unmute your mic.
Hello, can you hear me now?
No, Dr. Ali, just hold on. Dr. Fadila has the floor.
So going to the KB rice mill, which can also absorb up to about 50,000 jobs. We have the Jagawa sesame seed. That one too is capable of more than 30,000 jobs. Industrialization will lead to poverty reduction because manufacturing jobs and industries are capable of giving back between 5 to 10 times what subsistent farmers can earn due to the value change added on these products. Insecurity resolution, just as you earlier mentioned, and the other speaker also mentioned the same thing. An idle man is a devil's workshop. They are in this banditry because they don't have what to do. So it's easier, it's the cheapest industry. It's the cheapest way of getting funds for their daily activities. So if these industries are there, jobs are created, people will engage in meaningful jobs and insecurity will reduce. Then we have the human capital transformation. As industrialization leads to, due to industrialization, there will definitely be trainings and educations. So there will be incentive, like in Northern Nigeria, we have, Northwest, we have incentives for education. When you go for tertiary institution, you tend to see that your school fees, part of full school fees will be paid in a federal institution or state institution. So if there are these incentives, you see industrialization incentive for education and vocational training, then skill development would be there. And 70% of youths will be producing something or adding value to what is in existence. We also have the national economy, in which there will be reduction in annual food importation. At the moment, about $7.7 billion is allocated to only food importation. So when there are these industries targeted at agro-processing, there is no need for us to import. Instead, we will export and get value for that, and we'll be able, food security will be there. So we also have the issue of regional balancing. What do I mean by regional balancing? We all know Lagos and other states now, states in the, even North Central is better than Northwest. So when we are able to regionalize and identify sectors that we are better in, definitely we'll be able to compete with states like Lagos, Abuja, and because we have all that it takes. We have the good roads, we have the industries to give us what we require. We also have diversification of the economy. Nigeria is a mono economy, just as my other colleague mentioned. When other sectors here, we don't have crude oil here in the northern parts of Nigeria, but we have other products, as I mentioned earlier. So when we are able to industrialize, there will be this diversification we have been mentioning for ages. Then the GDP, increase in GDP, and the taxes that will be gotten from these aspects of industrialization will be able to be used to develop this sector, this region. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Fadila. Dr. Ali, hold on for maybe 2 minutes so that you can continue.